Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Eric urges Zende to become their insider, while Carter wants Brooke to be CEO. Taylor consoled Ridge, Remy sent a deepfake of Electra to a frightened Katie, and Carter and Hope burst into the office with love. At the Cliff home, Eric is with Ridge and Steffi. They are attempting to determine whether anyone can reach Hope. According to Eric, it is a complete betrayal. Are they really not going in to work? Steffi asks. No, replies Ridge. In order to avoid Hope, he even left the property. Steffi and Eric declare that they will never follow Carter and Hope's instructions. Zende enters and announces his resignation. He is supporting his family. They advise him to change his mind, but they thank him for his loyalty. Until they regain control of the business, it would be good to have someone speak for the family's interests. Steffi claims that in order to recover control, there must be some aspect of the business that can be saved. Eric encourages him to seize the opportunity to design. Ridge and Steffi believe having someone on the inside will be beneficial. The reckoning day is approaching. According to Eric, they are the business. Without them, Steffi and Ridge are certain they will collapse. Carter has the office at Forrester wiped out, but he lets a picture of Stephanie and Eric remain. Hope shows up with coffee, and they talk excitedly about his aspirations to quickly transition to a luxury company. He requests that she return formally. She gives him credit for all of his help. He assures her that he will be by her side no matter what. Carter claims that she would receive all of her necessities because the corporation is fully committing to HFTF. Carter tells Ivy that her line won't be impacted by the adjustments at the top when she enters. She will only need to seek his approval. She finds it difficult to imagine her family's reaction to this. Hope and Carter discuss the consequences of the disruption after she takes off. They must portray the Forresters as resentful. She is thrilled that he enjoys being with her and has such faith in her goal. They must assemble a solid team, he argues. He needs a CEO to run the LLC, and he believes he knows the ideal candidate in Brooke. Hope is overjoyed. They nod, they smile, they kiss. With Steffi, does Hope mop the floor? The competition between Hope Logan and Steffi Forrester is intensifying on Bold and the Beautiful as one character takes over the other's territory on the CBS soap opera. Though Hope joins Carter Walton in the executive office to christen the space, Steffi moves around as though this will soon come to an end. It appears that Hope and Carter believe they will be in charge for some time. Who then prevails? In celebration of defeating Forrester Creations, B&B fans were treated to a risque lovemaking scene. Steffi nevertheless relies on the proverb that says there is a rising before a fall. And with their cunning takeover, she sees Hope and Carter on their way to that fall. Hope Logan and Steffi Forrester act so confident of themselves in Bold and the Beautiful. Both Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Steffi Forrester are ecstatic in Bold and the Beautiful because they believe they have won their battle. However, the true victor has not yet been determined. Spoilers about Steffi Forrester Hope Logan in Bold and the Beautiful. The LLC documents signatures granted Carter Walton complete authority for the time being. Or at least until the Forresters regain control due to a legal loophole. Hope, however, capitalized on Carter's strategy. Her goals for this takeover are different. And that is Steffi's retribution. After depriving Steffi Forrester of her authority, the Logan daughter is viewed by many Bold and the Beautiful viewers as stunning every minute. B&B spoilers, Steffi is the winner, or is she? Fans of Bold and the Beautiful saw Hope get a shoulder butt from Steffi last week as she left the FC office. The daughter of Forrester is out to permanently destroy Hope Logan from the business and her family. Steffi also believes that Justin Barber can give the family back control of the business. Although Justin seems to work for the Forrester family, Bold and Beautiful spoilers suggest that he is probably connected to an ancient partnership. Similar to how Ridge Forrester's best friend is Carter Walton, Justin also has a strong best friend in Bill Spencer. A long time ago, the two ended their relationship. But months ago, in a strange incident, Bold and the Beautiful made them great friends again. B&B didn't seem to have any justification for doing this at the time. However, this leaves Bill in the ideal situation because they were reunited as best friends. If Justin collaborates with him covertly, he will have complete control over this takeover. Nevertheless, there might be some drama on Bold and the Beautiful. Particularly since Steffi Forrester and her family are now helpless. Eventually, FC must return to the Forrester family. However, as long as Carter is in charge, Hope Logan will have plenty of opportunities to make fun of Steffi and her family. Spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful, two selfish women. Two self-centered stepsisters are pitted against one another in Bold and the Beautiful. And in this situation, it is difficult to tell who is more self-centered. However, Steffi started things off when she dismissed Hope for allegedly having an affair with her husband in that lingerie episode. The Forrester daughter continues to act as though nothing has changed now that she is aware of the reality. Furthermore, Finn still believes that Hope attempted to woo him and Steffi Forrester never clarified this for him. Spoilers about Steffi Forrester and Hope Logan from Bold and the Beautiful. John Finnegan will therefore probably soon learn that Hope Logan's termination was an error. He then probably feels guilty because he helped get her fired by accusing her of trying to woo him. Like Steffi, Finn was uninterested in hearing Hope out. He so adopted Steffi's story of seduction. He probably apologizes to Hope Logan, though, because Finn is Finn. He can also get upset with his wife because of the way she handles Hope. Above all, though, for deceiving him into blaming Hope for an act she did not do. Spoilers for B&B, will Hope win out? Carter Walton's takeover speech on Bold and the Beautiful described the humiliations the Logan women suffered at FC. Until Carter raised his voice, Eric Forrester, John McCook, probably had no idea how serious this was. As he frets at Carter and Hope's coup, he now has something else to think about. However, Steffi Forrester may have to defend some of her dishonest actions, such as terminating Hope Logan. That was, after all, the incident that started the takeover process. Later, when Brooke Logan soon announces her new role as FC's CEO, Eric probably learns that his company's culture is exactly what Carter said it was. He might therefore conclude that Steffi Forrester's self-serving motivation was the cause, with her father supporting her. At some point, the Forresters will surely take over as the company's leaders. On the CBS soap opera, Hope Logan gets to wash the floor with her rival's unfounded charges first. According to Tuesday, December 17th spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffi Forrester defied Carter Walton and Hope Logan's commands. At the Cliff home, Steffi spoke with Ridge Forrester and Eric Forrester, played by John McCook, and they decided not to go to work. Additionally, Zende Forrester Dominguez arrived to declare his resignation, citing the need to be faithful to his family. They wanted Zende to be their man on the inside at Forrester Creations and represent their interests until they could regain power, even if Ridge, Steffi, and Eric valued that loyalty. Steffi didn't think this takeover would endure long because she predicted that Carter and Hope will soon face their day of reckoning. Ridge supported Steffi by implying that Carter and Hope wouldn't receive any assistance once they sank. Carter at Forrester Creations said he was reintroducing Hope and reviving her line with all the money she needed. Hope was grateful and determined not to disappoint Carter since she would no longer have to struggle to make ends meet. Hope was shocked that Carter wasn't going to choose the CEO himself because he also wanted to choose someone. Carter required assistance with day-to-day operations because he would be overseeing the LLC and concentrating on business growth. Hope was ecstatic and assumed her mother would be as well when Carter proposed that Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, would be the ideal candidate for the position. Katie updated Brooke on the pictures that appeared in her inbox and allowed her to view one for herself at the design office. A picture of a presumably naked Elektra startled Brooke. Brooke decided that they would have to let Elektra go because Katie maintained that they couldn't afford a major issue at Forrester at the moment. Ivy Forrester told Carter and Hope that the jewelry line was still viable, but she appeared a little surprised by the news of the takeover. Ivy was shocked to hear that Katie and Brooke intended to get rid of Elektra when she was called into the design office. On Tuesday's B&B show, Ivy had a lot of questions about why. Electra told Will Spencer about her past friendship with Remy Price and how they were both nerds in high school while they were in the Forrester salon. Remy was particularly interested in computer science, Electra said. When Katie finally invited Electra to come up to the design office, she was shocked to hear that they would have to let her go. Sheila Sharp saw Remy daydreaming on his phone at Il Giardino and warned him to return to work since Deacon Sharp disliked slackers. Later, Remy remembered Will's attitude toward him and Electra's rejection in the Forrester salon. Remy finally said that Electra should bid Will farewell after sobbing and reflecting on the phony pictures he had taken. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Remy's evil side will only worsen in the upcoming episodes, so check in. The final straw was Ridge Forrester's abuse of Brooke's granddaughter. Although tensions have always existed within the Forrester family, Brooke Logan may have reached her breaking point as a result of Ridge Forrester's most recent acts. Brooke was left reeling and wondering about her future with the man she once thought of as her soulmate after Ridge's abuse of her granddaughter, Beth Spencer, Jordan Grace. The Forrester and Logan families have been rocked by the aftermath from Ridge's heartless actions, which could be a watershed in their entwined pasts. The Logan family has found happiness and solace in Beth Spencer, the daughter of Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton. But at a recent family get-together, Ridge's insulting remarks and contemptuous demeanor toward Beth sparked a commotion. Ridge became so enraged by the continuous power struggle at Forrester Creations that he reacted in an unusually harsh way. Brooke, who has always fought valiantly to protect her family, was also severely injured by Ridge's actions in addition to Beth. The last straw for Brooke was witnessing Ridge vent his rage on a defenseless child, and she knew she could no longer put up with his actions. Brooke has supported Ridge through innumerable highs and lows over the years, believing in their love and forgiving him for his shortcomings. But Brooke's faith in their relationship was destroyed by Ridge's brutality toward Beth. She was unable to ignore the growing distance between them or how Ridge's actions affected her family. Brooke confronted Ridge with tears in her eyes and demanded an answer. "How could you vent your resentment on a young girl? She hasn't done anything to merit your resentment," Brooke said, her voice shaking with emotion. When Brooke saw that Ridge's goals no longer coincided with hers, his attempts to defend his actions only served to widen the gap between them. Ridge's actions have strained relations between the Logan and Forrester families in addition to his marriage. Ridge's treatment of their daughter infuriated Hope and Liam, who wondered if they could still collaborate with him at Forrester Creations. Despite having empathy for Ridge, Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, was split between wanting to help her brother's family and being loyal to her father. Long-standing hostilities between Brooke and Taylor Hayes, Krista Allen, were also rekindled by the episode, with Hayes defending Ridge's actions by claiming that they were the product of strain and stress. Brooke's determination to defend her family and demand accountability was only strengthened by Taylor's defense of Ridge. Ridge's brutality had an impact on the business world in addition to the familial dynamic. At Forrester Creations, Brooke, a significant stakeholder and creative powerhouse, started to doubt her place in the business and her readiness to collaborate with Ridge. Her skepticism stoked rumors that Brooke might take extreme measures to break her professional relationship with Ridge, possibly joining forces with other family members to subvert his authority. In the meantime, John McCook's character Eric Forrester found it difficult to resolve the dispute and maintain the company's emphasis on innovation and achievement. Since the family's differences threatened to jeopardize the stability of Forrester Creations, Eric's appeals for togetherness were ignored. Brooke had to reconsider her relationship with Ridge and her position in the Forrester family after the event with Beth. She started to consider a life without Ridge for the first time, one in which she could put her family's happiness and health ahead of her turbulent marriage. The Forrester and Logan families may be significantly impacted by Brooke's choice to distance herself from Ridge. It also lays the groundwork for Brooke and other characters who have been left out or deceived by Ridge's behavior to form an alliance. Although Brooke's breaking point may have been triggered by Ridge's brutality toward Beth, it also begs the issue of what will happen to him in the future. Will Ridge's pride and stubbornness compel him to distance himself from Brooke even more, or will he be able to acknowledge the hurt he's caused and make amends? Brooke is struggling with her heartbreak and has to choose between making a new life for herself and her family or giving Ridge another chance. The Forrester and Logan families will surely be significantly impacted by her choice, which will pave the way for future disputes, alliances, and disclosures. One of the pivotal moments in the continuing story of the Forrester and Logan families is Ridge Forrester's brutality toward Brooke's granddaughter, Beth. The event has revealed long-standing problems in Ridge and Brooke's relationship and made Brooke face the prospect of life without him. Viewers are left wondering what the future holds for these cherished characters and how their decisions will affect Forrester Creations and the families at its center as the repercussions continues to play out. Sheila vs. Remy, Zende's spy chapter, Elektra fired. At last, here. Sheila Carter Sharp cautions Remy Price in today's episode. Highlights of the bold and the beautiful recap. Elektra Forrester has been let go. Additionally, Zende Forrester Dominguez is urged to remain with the company by the Forrester family. Spoilers for Eric Forrester's loss are highlighted in this recap of the bold and the beautiful. According to the Tuesday, December 17th BNB recap, Ridge Forrester, Steffi Forrester Finnegan, and Eric Forrester, John McCook, are all at the Cliff home. Eric is curious as to how they plan to handle this. Eric wants to know if Brooke Logan and Hope Logan, Annika Noel, are able to reason. Is there anything Brooke can tell us about this? Since he wasn't with her last night, Ridge is unaware. All three discuss how strange it is that it won't function. Carter Walton gathers Ridge and Steffi's possessions at the office. One of the pictures will be kept by Carter. Hope arrives with coffee, and Carter gives her an update on his progress. Carter is continuing to develop Forrester Creations into a high-end brand. Carter says he wants to get it done quickly. If Hope agrees, Carter wants to rehire her. Carter is asked by Hope whether he knows of any attorneys who could review the contract. Carter grinned. Katie Logan gazes over the Elektra photos that were forwarded to her. The camera pans to Il Giardino, where Remy is staring at the same photos at the bar. Remy remembers his cunning plan. As Sheila gets closer, she notices Remy is preoccupied. "I'm just thinking about a friend," says Remy. While at work, Elektra informs that she has asked an intern to assist with a picture shoot. Will Spencer makes a joke about how he's not your typical intern. Elektra and Will set up the space for the photo session. Will discusses the benefits of the position. And Elektra intends to stay. Hope flirts with Carter while they talk about the conditions of her new job. Hope desires to speak with the man in authority. She belongs there, according to Carter. Hope exclaims her gratitude for having Carter by her side. Hope gets a strange expression on her face as Carter responds, "Always." When Zende enters, Ridge, Steffi, and Eric are engaged in conversation. Zende claims to have been informed of the takeover. According to Zende, he resigned. "I am a Forrester. I support my family." Will is informed by Elektra that she texted Remy. Elektra recommends that they all get together. Will inquires as to Elektra's certainty that they have never dated. "He's just always been a really supportive friend," Elektra explains. Elektra is careful not to offend Remy. Highlights of the bold and the beautiful recap. Sheila Carter lends Remy Forrester a sympathetic ear. Brooke walks into Katie's workspace. She received an SMS from Katie. Brooke had trouble sleeping. Ridge never returned home. With a little more time, Brooke still believes that all may be resolved. Katie volunteers to help. Logans take care of themselves, according to Katie. "I need to show Brooke something," Katie adds. According to Elektra, Remy has not yet replied to her text. According to Will, that's peculiar. Remy was always a recluse, according to Elektra. Will says that Elektra feels sorry for Remy. They were both nerds in high school, Elektra admits clumsily. Will finds it difficult to accept that. Elektra had a passion for science and math. Elektra discusses the special qualities of metals and gemstones and emphasizes that art is science. It's very amazing, and Elektra is completely enamored. It's awesome. Elektra goes on to say that Remy supported her during a trying period. BNB spoilers, Remy Price vs. Sheila Carter Sharp. According to the summary of The Bold and the Beautiful, Remy claims he is merely using the internet to check up on a friend. Remy gripes that people share pictures of their dinner on social media. Sheila argues that whether or not the meal is from Il Giardino is significant. Remy makes an effort to make things better. Sheila adamantly advises Remy to resume his employment since Deacon Sharp dislikes indolence. Remy goes back to his phone even though he knows he's on thin ice. Katie claims to have received an email containing pictures of Elektra. Brooke is shown the pictures by Katie. Katie is at a loss on what to do. According to Katie, her son is seeing Elektra. Katie claims she has no idea who gave them and that the images were the only thing included, no note. Brooke is taken aback. But according to Brooke, Elektra seemed so innocent and sweet. Elektra isn't nice and innocent, according to Katie. According to Katie, they cannot have any bad press during a situation like the takeover. Brooke concurs. According to Brooke, Elektra must be fired. Hope for the future will be totally funded by Carter. Hope vows to keep up with Carter's declaration that they are going all in. Ivy Forrester comes in after knocking. Ivy was informed. The jewelry line won't be impacted, according to Carter. Ivy inquires as to whether she must now approach Carter for approval. Yes, Carter replies. Being a Forrester, Ivy acknowledges that this is odd. What are Steffi, Ridge, and Eric's thoughts on this? Zende shares with Steffi, Eric, and Ridge how Carter and Hope are attempting to keep him on board. Ridge acknowledges Zende's devotion. Steffi advises Zende to think again. Ridge explains that until they can reclaim Forrester Creations, they need someone inside. Thinking of Will kicking him out of Forrester Creations and Elektra rejecting him, Remy pouts in his room, recalling Elektra's statement that they are friends. Remy appears on the verge of tears. According to Katie, they must consider the business as well as her son. Ivy walks in. Elektra must be fired, according to Katie. Before the Forrester family can rewrite the story, Carter wants to take charge of it. According to Carter, there will be consequences. They are on their own, according to Carter. Zende is taken aback. After what Carter and Hope accomplished, Zende is unsure if he can cooperate with them. Everybody attempts to convince Zende that he would be a hero in order to change his views. Steffi believes the takeover will end quickly. Ivy discusses Elektra's talent while being perplexed. Katie acknowledges that Elektra does amazing work. Elektra isn't a good fit for the company, according to Katie. Ivy doesn't believe it. Ivy needs a valid explanation. Elektra walks in. Elektra has been dismissed, according to Katie. As menacing music plays in the background, Elektra's mouth falls open in disbelief and her eyes expand. Tuesday, December 17, 2024, a recap of The Bold and the Beautiful. Saying goodbye to Will in a sing-song voice, Remy smirks to himself. Carter wants Hope to play a role in guiding Forrester's destiny. Carter respects her viewpoint. Hope enjoys having her voice heard. Hope believes in Carter's plan. Carter is filled with hope. Carter requires a capable CEO. Carter is growing the brand and running the LLC, but someone else has to handle day-to-day operations. Carter believes he has found the ideal individual. Eric advises that they remain together. They're warriors. One of Carter's shortcomings, according to Ridge, is that he lacks an understanding of fashion. Carter and Hope will fail, according to Ridge and Steffi. Brooke is proposed as CEO by Carter. Hope is ecstatic. Hope claims it's excellent. Hope gives Carter a kiss.